It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Give to the big fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to...
There he goes to the left. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gives it on the option. Tough sliding there as he picks up one to the 29. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. To the air on first down. He's got his man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Auburn lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Now on first down from the 30.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants to take the top off. Touchdown, Auburn! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Let's see, he can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They'll go to the toss. Got a little space. There he goes. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This time on target. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Makes the grab. It's Auburn. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Auburn. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all...
Oh, look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play. The offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here comes the option. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Got it! They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And that That is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Give it to the big guy. Let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I'll tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy. Get in the end zone.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Makes the catch. It's Auburn. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Gonna look downfield again. That's reeled in. It's Auburn.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Auburn lines up quickly. Now from inside the red zone. Looking left. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's what quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes. Yeah,
and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They get to him as he throws. He's open on the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. And they've got 6 points on the board.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Greenville. They're up by 21 over Florida Atlantic. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
On the option. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. The option look. The Yellow Jackets get the first down.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss to the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They've softened them up with the run. Now to throw it. The short hands. It's Watson. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Yellow Jackets are marching down the field. Sends it back in motion. On the option. Oh, the ball's on the ground.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football.
The Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense wants to bring the heat. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll send the back in motion. Now on the option. He'll toss it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll go to the fullback. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Run it with the fullback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Hand off to the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Sneaks it in.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Kane. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going to take a shot on second and short. Got it in the middle. It's Auburn. Turning it on. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big bully.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack.
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Scrambling away. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. He'll ride his man on the option, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Yellow Jackets are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Goes to the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive.
He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Auburn with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is darn near putting up video game numbers offensively, and the result is a comfortable lead for the Blue Devils on the scoreboard. They're up by 17 over the Judicials. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Motion from the back. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's loose. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And that's why this offense is hard to stop, man. They have that option to pitch it. So as a defense, like, I got to get the quarterback, and then I got to get the pitch man, and they lost the pitch man, and you can tell. He made them pay with a big gain down the field.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's King. The throw to the outside is complete. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They want to run this quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gets the back moving on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Now the toss. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And guys, guys. Still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Needed to get rid of that football, but just couldn't turn it loose, and the defense got to it.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water with this offense so backed up. They're able to get to him for a sack, and I give the quarterback credit because I thought he was about to take a safety. Somehow he was able to stay out of the end zone.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got it inside the 40. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On the option. Powers through the defender. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the 4th quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. The option look. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. The Yellow Jackets get enough for the 1st down.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball, there is no juke button, there is no speed burst. It is all power down your throat, hitting you and falling forward and getting that 1st down.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. On the move, it's Alexander. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And after that completion at this juncture of the game, if I'm the quarterback, where is my best one-on-one matchup? I'm throwing this in the end zone on 4th down to win the game. Where do I have a size advantage? Who can win for me one-on-one?
Oh, he missed it. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
And that's
that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Auburn. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Makes it past the marker. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love when the offensive line takes control, manhandles the defensive line, and that's why you get a big game.
Auburn going to work with another first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
And one of the things you're taught as a defensive guy, when you're trying to strip the football, you've got to secure the tackle with one hand, try to get the football with the other. They're not securing the tackle. I get it. They're trying to go for the fumble, but they got to do a better job executing.
The offense changing the play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And listen, the defense has made it a priority to try to rip the football free. You saw them that time really trying to go for that turnover, but nice job breaking tackles, really good ball security by the running back.
They'll run it. It's Robinson. Can't get him to the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Now with the first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. And the returner will be dragged down. This drive will open from the 15. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. The give to the big fullback. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll pull it down and run. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires on the move. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes some play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they